Hello, welcome and namaste. Today we will talk about product development and one of the tools that is most popular in product development community. It's called Jira. It is developed by a company named Atlassian. They have multiple tools to help you with the product development, and the best part, their plan is free for 10 users. So if you go to their website, in product development, there are 3 different tools: Jira, Confluence, and Jira Product Discovery. These 3 tools can completely change how you develop, ideate, design, plan, and develop your product. As I'm showing in this graphics, everything starts with an idea, whether you are starting a new product development or you already have a product and you're talking about you're building a new feature inside it. Everything starts with a new idea, new feature, new initiative. What you do next, you break it apart into multiple. Well, you make a list of all different ideas because you always have 100 ideas, right? And you prioritize them. So that's number 1. Number 2 thing, make a list, prioritize it, and then you select the top 1, 2 ideas and then break them apart, estimate, and create a roadmap, and then come to coding, then testing, and then release. The 3 products that we are talking, the 3 products that I shown you, product discovery, this product is used for ideation, prioritization, and some of the road mapping. Jira is extremely well fit for once you have a roadmap, once you have a higher level plan, you can use Jira to execute that plan, whether you're using Scrum with bi-weekly sprint or Kanban. Jira can help organize your work, organize your team into a bi-weekly or daily or weekly process where the work is being done. One of the biggest challenge the software development team or product development team faces is how the communication is happening between engineers or between the business analysts and product managers. We will jump into Jira right now. It is free for 10 users. So I will show you the pricing here. You can get most of the functionality for 10 users for completely free. And as you grow, obviously you can add the standard and premium edition. For my 9-to-5 job, we are using enterprise features with about 500 different users. As you can see, Jira is one of the few companies where they give a free plan. They are not limiting you on 1 or 2 features which you absolutely need but you cannot use because you are not a paid user. In the next step, I will show you how easy it is to create an account. For this demo, I will just use a Jira demo. Typing the name of your site, this will become my URL as well, which everybody in my team will use. Now, Jira get confused or get distracted by everything this software is offering you. Obviously, in future, when you are comfortable with the basic feature, you can explore more, but do not get into trying all these different features, okay? Once you create an account, just go to software development. All right, in the next screen, they're asking, what are you planning to use it for? I suggest you just select track bugs, manage tasks, and prioritize your work. All right, in the next screen, you will be asked to enter your project name. So whatever product that you're building, you can just put that product, or if you have a team, you can use the team name as well. It's your landing page. A 2-week where your team is committing for a bunch of work, and then you can select and add more thing here. So let's say I want to create login screen. Now there is a specific way you write your story as a user XYZ. So but in this case, to keep it simple, I'm just gonna say create login screen, create forget password screen, then I got create home screen, create and so on. It's great that I made a mistake, so I can change it, and changing something is super easy. So these are automatically added to the coming sprint, but I know that I won't be able to do this much, so I can move these items in the backlog to do at some other point. So anyway, this is how you can start building your backlog. Additionally, there is a concept of epics, which we will cover later, but based on what we just seen, so one of the thing would be, and then you can map them. So once you're done with that, there are some advanced options to start the sprint, looking at the board, and then also planning using your timeline view. We'll cover all that in detail, but my goal for today was to get you started with your account creation, project creation, and also showing you how to move things around. Now I will show you another project type. So this one is a Scrum project, which is slightly more sophisticated, where you're committing for 2 weeks, you're planning for 2 weeks, and then you're trying to complete all that work. But there is another project type, and that is called, so again, we are in software development. Select Kanban managed. From there, create new project. Team management versus company management, you can keep it simple with company management, so that you don't have to worry about each and every project and their permissions and access and everything. So when you create a Kanban project, this is the screen where you will go. You will notice that there is one you don't see backlog here, but you see everything else. There are two ways you can create account here. So off the bat, first thing you should do is to go to manage issue type and enable additional issue type, which is bugs and stories. Back to project setting, there's one additional thing that you want to do to go to the feature and enable backlog. The additional thing that you could do, but don't worry about all of them, just enable backlog and you should be good. Back to projects. So now you will see you have a board and you have a backlog, but this backlog would look different than a Scrum project. And then finally you have timelines. So in this, one of the easiest way to start creating your stories and your task is to start with the epic. So epic number 1, authentication. Epic number 2, I'm just going to say home screen, then create college, because we are talking about alumni. If somebody join it, they probably need create account and profile. All right, so this will cover a lot of things. Under each of them, you now story, authentication, create, say login, forget password, whatnot, and then create account. So let's say create account, update profile, create college, create education, or company. So if the company does not exist, then they will create that. That's it for now. When you go to the backlog, you will be able to see all of these, and you can filter using the epics. Once you create all the items, you can see them in your backlog, and then this is the crucial step. You may have hundreds of items. You may start with 10 and then grow it to 50. But there is an additional step that you will have to take to move them onto the board. That means these are the work that you have selected. So let's say you start working with the login screen and create account screen. Those are the two topmost thing that you want to work with, and everything else remain in the backlog. There's no point bringing everything to your queue. So now when you go to the board, even though you have hundreds of items here, you will only see a few of them. In fact, you can set a limit of maximum 1 or 2 items at a time. Kanban allow you to set a limit, and this is so important in terms of how you work, how different people work. We typically try to bring so much work and think that we can work on simultaneously on many things, but in reality, if you pick something, you take it to the finish line, you get the momentum, you pick the second item, take it to the finish line, and you gain more momentum unless something is at a block state. The point is, you don't want too many things in these columns. Again, you can add additional column to, let's say, ready for QA. Okay, so you can add more columns, and then you can move things from one column to another. So as soon as you start working on the login screen, you move it to in progress, then ready for QA, and then done. And as you move, you will be able to see the progress and everything. There are additionally, in this case, there is another example of how you want to create your workflow. If you have another person who is reviewing it for you, you can add another column that says review, code review or something. But keep it simple, keep this entire thing simple, and you will not find your Jira as complicated as everybody else says. So here you go. In this video, we talk about Jira. We talk about creating your stories, using it for your development process, moving things along, and its ability to allow you bundle your work into different bucket. We call it epic or initiative or feature, different area of work, and then underneath you create so many other things. Now, if you select any of these items, you will have a place to write description. You can also open it in a larger window. You will be able to write the detail. I believe it provides you a writing assistant as well. Now, it created that story for you. This is all for today's video. Bye for now. See you next time.